Hello. Yeah, we're on. Good evening. Welcome. How are you all?
Oh, hi. Am I on?
Yes, you are.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Auntie Yaa'S.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Good,
Last week
good.
was a no-show. I'm so sorry about that. But
You went AWOL.
I know.
Afterwards, I was sending the APB out, so I forgot.
Oh,
Mm,
yeah.
I tried, and I'm like, okay, is she okay? Where is she? What's going on, right?
Oh my God. I was in La La Land.
That's all good.
The night before was horrible. So
Mm,
yeah, it was. I was like a zombie throughout the day, and I wanted to clear that. So
oh,
it
okay.
just extended more than I thought it would.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
sometimes you just need sleep.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
all there is to it. Your body will
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah. And talking about change, we're going to be talking about change today,
Hmm.
and I can't help but talk about the virus
Yes.
because we're getting used to not wearing masks again,
Hmm.
and now everything has changed, so we have to adapt
Good.
one more time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What can you do, right? You just need to go
Right.
with it. Yeah.
True, true. But as for me, I'm pro-vaccine, so pardon me, all those anti-vaccine people.
Oh boy. Like people don't understand, and I keep saying that sometimes, like I know that in this part of the world we are very big on, personal freedoms and
Right.
and that, right?
Yeah.
But
Right.
and I was telling Ajua that we never lived through the war, First World War and Second World War. But
Yeah.
there's times when in moments of crisis like this, the government has to make decisions that are for the greater good,
Exactly.
and that most likely will override personal freedoms. And unfortunately, people people don't relate to it or handle it very well. But we are in a different time and zone. Yeah.
Right. Right. Right.
Hello, Mamle.
Hi,
Welcome.
Mamle.
Welcome. Good to see you. Do we have
Yeah.
a prize for you? You are the first on. So yeah. Anyway, did I share to everybody that I was supposed to share to? I think so.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went rather fast. So okay. So
Okay. So yeah, I can start. Don't worry. I have my book with me, so today, guys, we're talking
yeah.
about change. And am I frozen?
No, you are not.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm
We're
thinking of your
talking.
safety.
No, I'm okay. I'm not driving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're today we're on page 199. If you have your books, and the topic is Vision 2021
Yeah.
Change.
Sorry,
Yes.
I have to interrupt you because of this is change because of just what is going on right now. I
Right.
totally there's something I need to share that I've totally forgotten to
Oh
talk about.
yeah. Some announcements, eh? Okay. Even
Yeah,
better.
I I totally forgot. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Right.
So let me take this comment off. So just we're inviting you to join us for an
Next
epic book
week.
lunch party next Saturday, which is September the 25th.
Yeah.
And it's at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is Edmonton time, 5 p.m. GMT, 6 p.m. EST. And it's a Zoom conference, so it's virtual. And here is the Zoom ID. Please share to your networks. As I've said, share, share, share. The more people you can get on, the better. And also, if you go to my wall, you see the book link. If you don't have your book, we can't showcase you. Come on and tell us what your thoughts are. Okay. So
Right,
yes,
right, right,
great.
right.
Okay, where are we? All right.
Saturday when you texted me the link,
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had missed this. So I went quickly to check the date and it was like,
Oh, you thought you had missed that?
yeah, I thought I had
Yeah,
missed it. So,
just a mix up. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So,
Okay, so I'm trying to find the banner. So with this, right, I was flipping through the pages because it seems like we've tackled a lot so far, but when I saw this, I thought, oh, it's a good idea that
mhm,
we take care of this because we are into September. So let's all do some self-reflection and ask ourselves if where we are with whatever we plan to do for 2021. Yeah, are you there? Yeah, you're frozen.
yes. And
Yeah,
it's
you're
also a
frozen
good time
again.
because, oh, you know what? I'm sure I'm rushing to the house.
Okay. So you want me to chat with them while we
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yes.
So, when we talk about change, any number of things come to mind. Change is not something that we all like to embrace. It's it can be stressful. Change can be stressful, but
Give this
and
back
this
to
is
mommy.
what I've found. Like I'm not somebody who particularly used to pay attention to writing things down or writing my goals down or planning. I think that it's in my head and I'm okay. And then I'm working with it. But in the last 3 years or so, I've I've changed my attitude. It's just like you're at work and you might have something on your laptop or written a notepad and you have your to-do list. So you write down the things that you have to do and you're
Yeah.
able to check, okay, this is done, that is done. It's the same thing. We do these lists at work in other spaces, but we refuse to do it for ourselves
Mm-hmm.
and our lives. So this is why when I say Ama Jo always says she likes it when I wrote in Reflections for a Thirsty Soul, do not drift through life. I can put it that way because I myself have drifted through life. Like, I mean,
Well,
you
well,
drift and
yeah.
you go, you are doing things, but you think, oh, wow, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Then all of a sudden it hits you that no, there's more. There's
Right.
more that you could be doing. And when you write it
Yeah.
out, you are able to focus and, like
It's better.
take it one bit at a
Uh-oh.
time. No,
It's even
nobody's
worse.
saying do
What
everything
the
at
hell?
once, but at least you've
What?
written it down so you can look at it and say, oh, okay, I plan to do this, I plan to do that. And then you question yourself, have I done it? Am I in stage one or am I in stage two? Hello, Ajua. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. Good to see you. Is the birthday celebration still going on? I'm sure, eh?
Ah, yeah. Oh, am I on?
Yes, you are. I can hear
Oh,
you.
come on. Am I on
Yes.
now?
Yes, you are.
Okay,
I can
good.
hear you.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi here sucks too.
Well, we'll manage, right?
Right. At
We're going to
least.
manage kakra, kakra, little by little.
Mm,
Yeah, so
yeah.
those are my like you just have to tell yourself that it's always good to have a plan. As to we're not it's not something that we are so used to or do on any great
Mm-hmm.
basis, but when you come to a new place or a new way of life, you
You have to
Sister
advance
Lab,
with
they say
a
you had
new
a
age.
glass. Yes,
I
they did.
do. Yes.
Yes. So so you see, it's good to know what you want to do. And
Yeah.
because if you don't write it down, then you forget it, or you say, oh, it's in my head, I know what to do. And before you know it, 3 months have
You've
passed,
forgotten
6 months
about
have
it.
passed,
Mm-hmm.
a year's gone and you've forgotten about it.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
those are my thoughts.
Yeah. So can I read now?
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right. Okay. So page 199 and the heading is Vision 2021. Change, pursue it, embrace it. It is a very short read, but there's
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot to talk about how
Mm-hmm.
we can do this change thing, because it's not easy, as Auntie Yaa'S just said.
No.
I don't think anyone finds change easy. I mean, there are levels of difficulties, but definitely change is something that you have to. I'm distracted by
Yeah. Okay.
comments.
Go on. Carry on.
Yeah, yeah, something that you have to work towards.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, it doesn't come automatically. You don't adapt automatically. You have to actually put some work into it.
Effort into it.
Yeah, yeah. And earlier we were talking about even this COVID thing, because you
Mm-hmm.
have to readjust, you have to reset your mind,
Mm-hmm.
because we were really getting used to it. And in my mind, I knew that it wasn't over, but I
Yes.
thought that at least it was going to be like this, and then we'll
Mm-hmm.
find ways of adjusting even better. I didn't
Yes.
think we were going to go back to restrictions, but here we are.
Well, it was too soon, I guess, eh? So,
Yeah, yeah, looks like it. Yeah.
mm,
Okay,
what
so
do you
yeah, I will read a bit. And
do? Mhm.
oh, I'm not home. I really wanted to show my vision board, but that's
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm not home, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll read the first two sentences and then
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. Okay. So as you can see, this was written for the year 2020. We have just entered 2021. Um, I wrote this on January 2nd. So, Auntie, in the beginning of the year, you started thinking about change and how we could
Mm-hmm. Yes.
pursue it.
Yeah.
Um,
Because on
but
page 195 to
mhm,
198, the title was
mhm.
Vision 2020. So then the
Okay,
next year, so that's why I said, okay, if 2020 is gone, but what can you say in addition to that piece? And I thought, hey, so
okay,
I started thinking about change. Yeah.
right, right. So, um, my first thought is that um, as the year starts, in our minds we set all kinds of goals,
Mm-hmm.
but I as you were mentioning earlier, if you don't write it down, the
Mm-hmm.
tendency to forget about it is so high. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes these goals also are so vague that you don't even
Vague.
know where to start.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
in certain, well, a New Year's, I mean, coming pretty quickly here.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
for, well, I don't think it's too late to set one for the
No,
rest of the year, right?
no,
Auntie, yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Because you can look at what you started with and ask yourself, okay, here's my list. If you had a list, if you had
Mhm.
some goals, then you say, what have I been able to do? What haven't I been able to do? But then maybe you are listening to us, and not that we are experts per se, but we have some experience, right? So
Right.
it's not too late, like you said, then, oh, okay, where can I start from? And then go.
Yeah.
And don't put pressure on yourself because uh, don't put pressure on yourself because whatever you don't finish off, you can revisit it in December and then carry it forward into the next year.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I do
And
always
if
heard you.
I see both of you need to stay focused, and don't be the
And we
driver.
are focused. We are
We are
focused.
confused.
Full steam ahead.
It's part of it. It makes it
Yeah,
fun. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. In setting the goals, like in writing it,
Hmm.
even when you're um okay, for me, I'm like a scribbler. That's what I
Hmm.
say. Because even when I'm chatting on the phone, I'm drawing something
Trying
or
something.
writing something, or so I always write things down. Just that
Hmm.
sometimes they are not organized and they are everywhere.
Hmm.
That yeah, I can't put it together. But in setting your goals, you can start from the vague one, and
Hmm.
then you can actually break it down
Hmm.
into little goals, that because when it's vague, sometimes it becomes scary. We'll talk about
Yes.
fear later on, but yeah,
Yes.
it becomes, you feel like you can't do it. You don't even know where to start. So it's really advisable that you break it down. And I don't think you should push yourself too hard when you're starting, because you might just
Give up.
quit from, yeah, because it has to be goals that are achievable, things
Yes.
that you know that you can do them. And I also read somewhere about 5 minute action. It said that even if you give yourself,
Hello, Pastor
hello,
P.
Pastor P, if you're finding it hard to start on whatever it is, just tell yourself that, okay, I will tackle this for 5 minutes and stop. And most of the time, you find yourself going beyond that 5 minutes. If you're not
Okay.
able to go beyond, that's okay. But just be consistent, and then you find yourself building up to it.
Okay, that's a good
Yeah.
one. I have to keep it
Yeah.
in mind for when things that you don't want to tackle.
You
Like
don't want to do, yeah.
you keep putting it off, or even if it's work, you have a list, and that's the difficult one. You go, okay, I'll do these ones first, but just dig, as soon as once you're able to, you dig into it, then you feel comfortable and
Yes.
you can push further. But
Right.
a lot of the times it's the threat of the doing, like you're thinking about it, and then you're putting fear into yourself that
Yes.
I can't do it. But get past
Yeah.
that and do 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Good tip. Thanks.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Let me read. Uh, I'll read two more sentences then.
Okay.
Okay. So it says that my theme this year is change, pursue it, embrace it. Do not be afraid of change. Be daring, take a step. So be daring. Should we go bungee jumping or skydiving?
If that's what you want to do, some people want to do that, right? But
Yes.
it's just you need to stop stopping yourself or stop limiting yourself. People never start because they are too afraid even to, the fear overwhelms them.
Right.
And so they won't
Right.
even
Right.
take that first step. Or they'll
Yeah.
even come up with lots of reasons why they can't do this. Oh, you can't do this, oh, because it's dangerous. Oh, this is this. And all the negatives is what they bring out.
Mm,
Instead of saying, oh, well, maybe give it a try and see. It seems difficult, but try it and see. You never know what will happen. Maybe you'll discover something that you love to do out of doing that,
right.
right?
Right.
So
Right.
it all
Right.
depends. You see, you are not an island. The thing too is that you are surrounded by people. It all depends on the people who are speaking to your life. Some can be so negative, and some people are so positive. So if
Yeah.
people are drowning out your ambitions or whatever, then you know that you're in the wrong circles, and you need to look for a new circle.
Right. Right. Yeah. Because most of the time we're speaking negative to ourselves to
Yes,
give ourselves excuses not to do it.
not to do
So
it
if you
yet.
are also surrounded by that same kind of people, it means that we're going nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And the first reflection says that, did you set any goals for 2021?
Yes,
And
yes, I did. Okay, so
and
for me, well, I put them in categories, but it's not to say that I've done them all at the same level. Like I put literary goals, which are like my writing, and
mm-hmm,
then I put personal growth things like, taking coaching or taking classes,
yeah,
and then spiritual growth, do things for your spiritual growth. So for me, like that's why I started practical nyamisem. Like, I wanted to be, I had gotten away from, actually sitting down to read the word and be able to, should I say preach or talk about it? Because at
yeah,
least when I was in church in my own circles, I had that opportunity to lead a prayer meeting or do something. So it forced you to look at the word and go say something.
share,
So for me, I
yeah,
kind of look at it as training for myself. It forces you to read. it would seem that right now a lot of us may not be invested in that per se. We just want to somebody to tell us or somebody to give us a word. So for
Yeah.
me, that's why I started doing practical nyamisem. So if you're going to come and talk about something, you better know what
What
you're
you're
talking
talking
about.
about.
And
True.
it shouldn't we call ourselves believers and that, but it shouldn't be so hard for us to, if you say, like, if you take the people of the our Islam brothers, they know their Quran, or they but as we say, oh, but we feel too lazy to be bothered with it. So that's where
Yeah.
I was coming from. And then financial is like, well, paying down debt, trying to save, all that. And learning goals, I think they're probably the same. They tie in with the personal growth. And then like to do a travel blog, like I do, something to do later on, but occasionally I
Yeah.
like travel. So occasionally I'll share something. And so that forces me to get into that mindset. Oh, hey, here's this nice place. Let's talk about it. But even with all the things that I've been working on recently, I'm realizing that, oh, it's been a while since I did uh, a post like that. So you have a lot of things going on, but sometimes some drop and you have to go back and pick it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you don't sit there and not do it, right? So
Right.
because for me, when I realized that, I had said it before in a previous broadcast, that I set a goal of getting my second book out, and I was able to do it. So I've written down things in the literal. I'll focus on the book side because that's my passion or my main interest. So there's certain things I wanted to write, and then I go, oh, no, push that and put it in here with this one and write it together. So you keep, like, you look at the dates, you have timelines. So you go back and then you tell yourself, okay, I did this in this time, or I can't do this now. Let me change the date to such and such. So you set a
Right.
goals for yourself, but don't just write it and not look at it, right?
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
Miss H, good evening.
Hello.
So,
Yeah, you
yeah,
mentioned a very important thing, and that's the timelines.
yes.
Because that also falls under the vagueness. Apart
Mm-hmm,
from whatever it is that you're setting
mm-hmm,
yourself to do, if you
mm-hmm.
don't give yourself the timeline, you find yourself going on and on and not actually
Yes.
achieving it, because then you're not able to review, because there's nothing really to for you to review. Because if you give yourself 3 months and the 3 months is up, then you know that, okay, this
Mm-hmm,
is where I got to, or I
mm-hmm.
didn't get anywhere, so I have to put in more effort, or
Yeah,
stuff like that. And
yeah.
also, you mentioned the categories, because before I did, it's not a course, something, these trainings that
Mm-hmm,
they do.
mm-hmm,
And that was latter part of last year. That's
mm-hmm,
when I knew to set goals based on, like, the various aspects in my life. Because
mm-hmm,
previously my goals really were more financial than anything else,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and I forgot about, like, relationships and
mm-hmm.
the other aspect, spiritual aspect.
Yes.
So now my vision board actually has all those aspects
Categories.
incorporated into it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's very important to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one thing too that I want to stress is that you can't be harsh on yourself. Some people, depending who you are, maybe there are people who have
Perfectionist.
perfectionist
Yeah.
tendencies. So if something is
True.
not going well, then
True.
they stress and they give up on it,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
I'll use
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
example of the my third book, like Refreshing for My Weary Soul. So it was made up of waters of refreshing and then a little drop of pearl. And I said, oh, let me call it this name. So originally I had June 30th as a timeline to finish it. But
Okay.
then I reviewed it in March and I said, let me change that to December 2021. So that's what I did. And so then, like, what happened is that I reviewed it again in June.
Yeah.
So I was working on it, reading through it for publishing. So I finished it and I sent it in August 25th. So it's been, well, they've sent it back to me and I'm reviewing it for corrections, doing
Right.
revisions. So I'm saying that I said December, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, potentially maybe it could be out. I won't say maybe it
Earlier.
could be out by October ending or November. So I'm kind of close to the time that I set. So
Mm-hmm.
you just be realistic. Like I couldn't, with what I was writing, I couldn't have said, oh, I'll be done by July. But
Yeah.
if I put that pressure on myself, I'll be sitting here now, oh, well, it's September, I haven't done it. Be reasonable, like,
Yeah.
achievable goals, right? Be
Yeah.
realistic. has to be achievable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very true, because it's
Mhm.
one of the things also that puts the fear factor
Mhm.
in,
Yeah.
because when you want to be in control and perfect in everything, then
Mhm.
it puts fear, because then when you're just a teeny bit out of control, something is off just a little bit, you're
Mhm.
panicking. And
Yes.
yeah, but we have to remember that it's
Mhm.
our inner world that we have total control over, and
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
also our reaction to the outside environment.
Mhm.
there there are a whole lot of things that you have no control over.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's true. Let's not be too hard on ourselves, and
Mhm.
be ready to release control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me read two of Ajua's comments because they tie in
Okay.
with what she said. It's always never too late to do things right, no matter what. If one sets realistic goals with a strategic
Yes.
planning at your capacity, don't be running foolish races. And then, Ajua, a lot of people make New Year's resolutions for sure with the intention to do anything in hope of being accepted by society. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're going to set goals that you won't follow, then
I-
that is your
it's
own problem, right?
that
Yeah.
appearances thing.
Keeping up appearances, yeah.
Yes.
Pretense is one of the easiest propaganda to fake it until you make it, which is a perfect disguise to become insecure, a pathological liar, greedy, self-centered, lose sight
Right.
of the most important things. Invalid, limited to a certain group with no growth because it becomes your norm and dysfunctional mindset. Like these are some of the things that will prevent people from embracing change because
Yeah.
they are not looking at it through the right lens.
Right.
Yeah, they're just
Right.
going about it in a different way, or looking at what people are doing, or maybe they don't even have the desire to set any goals to. That's one other piece. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I don't know. I think in order to be able to set goals, you need to know what's important in your life too. So
Yes,
if you
that is it.
don't do a self assessment and
Hmm.
get to know yourself, then it'll be hard to actually
Hmm.
make these goals for yourself, because then what are you making?
But yeah, it goes
Yeah.
to another point, and I'll take it there. How
Okay.
many of us, right, take the time to do this self-assessment? Because if you look at us, people in our community, right, we've
Yeah.
come from a place of hardship, and we've come to a place that we say that we are going to do better. But then
Yeah.
we put ourselves in these boxes of pressure, societal like pressures from Ghana. So
Yeah.
people's mindset is I have to go and help my family. I have to go and build the busuafi. I have to build my home. So we are
Hmm.
not focused on the life that we are living here.
Yeah.
You get what
True.
I mean?
Yes.
Essentially, we turn ourselves into workhorses and we are living for other people. So we forget
Yes.
ourselves, like, oh, you are there to please other people,
Hmm.
so you forget your own self,
Right.
not thinking of the fact that you came to this earth alone by yourself. So all that you're doing, trying to please other people, do things for other people, what do you want to do for yourself?
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
think
We
about that.
don't. Yeah.
Or it hits you. When it hits you, it's a little too late.
Hmm.
Sometimes you leave it a little too late. It hits you, you go, oh, wow. Because you can sit there and be sending your money, and they are not grateful.
Oh,
They are not grateful.
99% of the
Mhm.
time.
Yes, they are not grateful. So don't forget, like, don't stop thinking about other people. And also, I think it's a particular mindset that we were raised with. It's always like think about other people. It goes back to all the whole situation of love your neighbor as yourself. You love your neighbor and you've forgotten
More
yourself.
than.
So we are taught that when you think about yourself, oh, you are selfish. Oh, you are
Yeah.
selfish. So every time the guilt, but you can't do that anymore. If you
No.
don't take care of yourself, you can't be of any use to anybody. But I think it's important that we value ourselves first and learn to do things for ourselves for a change. Because
Right.
I always make the point that you have come here, you're only thinking about yourself and the people back home, but you've forgotten that there's a next generation too that you are raising and nurturing in this society,
Yes.
and they are looking
Very
at your
important.
lifestyle. If you are
Hmm.
not setting goals and achieving anything, how do you expect them also to be achieving anything? So
Right.
we have to think about all these dynamics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
just have to throw
I
that in
think
there.
that was a good point, though. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
because and I think that most of the time, although yes, it's love your neighbor as whatever thing, most of the time is the keeping up appearances more
Yes.
than loving
That is true.
whoever. Yeah,
Yes.
it's the fake life and making people feel that you're okay, so you're able to send, because even when we're not okay, we're not able to tell our family that we're not okay. I mean, what is that? So
Ajua says what the both of you are expressing just validated the term the truth will set us free. It is important to do what is right from the heart and a clear mindset because we will all reap what we sow, no matter the lives we choose to live. Karma is real. Yeah,
for
I mean,
sure,
this
for
is true
sure.
because you
Yeah,
can't, like, the expectations are too much, and you can even get yourself into health problems just from trying to satisfy some rules or whatever over there. Pressure,
yes,
pressure, pressure. No, no.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we should take a
It's time
break.
for commercial. Yeah, yeah.
Where are we? Okay. I can never find my, yeah, somewhere. So we're back. The book again is The Beauty of a Woman's Heart, which you can find on Amazon, Canada, US, France, Spain, Italy, Germany, and also in Novi Books as well. For those who may just have come on, we are letting you know about the epic event, the book launch party that is happening this Saturday for The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. And the time is 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is our time here in Edmonton, 5 p.m. GMT, which is Ghana time, 6 p.m. BST is British time. It will be on Zoom, and there is the link right there. So copy it and join us as well. If you haven't gotten your book, it may not be too late to get one. Come on and come so we can showcase you. Come and tell us what you think about the book. Okay, and so we will get back to the program. So there's some two comments I'll read.
Okay.
Pastor P says, that's true. I did a lot for people and I put other people first. Yes, it hurts to talk about it. But I'm spiritually taking everything back from the ungrateful ones from tonight to the end of the year. Thank you. I like that, Pastor P. Take it back. And no. And Ajua says some people's fake life becomes a reality because it becomes a habit where it made them to be who they are. They seem good in the public eye, but evil in the dark. Lord have
Have
mercy.
mercy.
Yeah. The point about it is, yeah, we are not a people who are really given to planning, like on the whole, broadly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's not something that's part of our lifestyle. Like I've said
It's true.
before, in our church years ago, pastor had said, given a 10-year development plan, and I looked at it like, oh, my mind didn't go there. I'm like, you read it, you go, oh, okay. There are some things that I see, financial things, or then you put it somewhere, your mind is not going there. But all these little things where we taught about like life skills, right? Financial skills, like
Yeah,
saving.
yeah.
All we know
No,
is that,
no.
the Bible says that too much money is this is, we're almost like we have this
Oh
feeling
my.
that because you're a believer, you have to be poor,
Yes. Yeah,
so the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
mindset, some of the thoughts that we think, and we have to change it. So that's why it's good to take some of these areas, different areas, and write out something for yourself and see
Yeah.
how best you can accomplish a change in your life, right?
Very true. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. And that's the planning thing is why we have the Ghana time too. It's
Yes.
one of my
I couldn't hear you. You're frozen, I think. Yeah, you are gone. Minty. I can't hear you. Still no. Do you want to go and come? Yeah, it's this planning thing is not something that we are born with. I think that Ya was trying to say, probably, I don't know if I can guess, but maybe she was trying to talk about her pet peeve being timekeeping. Look, if I'm to sit here and tell you the number of times I've been laughed at in our communities, church communities especially, about always being on time, it's not even funny. But you see, if we don't value time, if we don't value time, it
oh
puts
yeah.
us at a disadvantage. Yeah, you were making a comment about time.
Oh yeah, I was saying that it's one of my greatest pet peeves, even before I travel. Like I just
Mhm.
can't get it why people can't like honor their time. And when I was working with people and I became a supervisor, I
Mhm.
would ask I would ask, did you just move to that area? Like,
Mhm.
don't you know the traffic conditions? Because I know the traffic conditions where I live. I used to live in Adenta then.
Mhm.
And I know that if by 6 o'clock I'm not in a trotro or whatever,
Mhm.
I'm going to be late. So I make sure that I'm there by 5:45 or what, like,
Mhm.
because I know I have to get to work.
Yes.
So I just don't want to hear the excuse of
Excuses.
traffic. I
Thank you.
It killed me.
Yeah.
And I think it's the lack of planning thing that
Mhm.
we've accepted as, I mean,
Mhm.
it's part of us. So you
Mhm.
shouldn't be mad. And
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
can't.
It's funny you are saying this because I always say that back in the day when we were younger, so when we are going out, whether
Yeah.
we're going out for dinner or going to movies or going to visit somebody, and you see the whole family. So my dad was a time, and the people who will be ready standing with him, and then we'll know that my mother will be with the latecomers. So I was always one of the ones with my,
Your
I'm like,
dad.
yeah. So even I said when we went home to visit, I think the first time when we took the girls and then we are standing outside and my husband's like, oh, who are we waiting for? Grandma and Auntie, yeah. Always perpetually, late. But that's
Late.
how, like, for
Yeah.
me, I can't, people say they have an appointment with you at 2 o'clock and then they are showing up at 4,
Yeah.
So
And
these
they
guys,
don't expect you to be mad or anything. You
yeah,
should
they
just
just come
accept
and
it.
even
Yeah.
they won't even be courteous
Apologetic.
enough
No,
to
no, no.
offer a reason or apologize for their being late. And I've always said that when we go to these job interviews, we get marked on different criteria. You can be
Right.
the smartest, sharp as a whip. The other guy too is sharp as a whip. And then
Yeah.
they go, gosh, their skill set is all the same. We can't, how do we differentiate? Then they go start
Mm.
going to personal suitability.
And
And then they'll, are
attitudes.
you
Yep. Yep.
reliable? And
Yep.
they'll say, this person, they are so good, but they're always late to work. Or you
Yeah.
give a deadline. They know that this guy is smart and he'll get the job done. But
Yeah.
he waits till about when people are sweating, it's a week to the deadline, and people are going, oh, hey, I need this piece from you. They are now starting. They are now
Mm-hmm.
starting. Oh. So they don't think like team mentality to, oh, I can do this, I'll do it in my time. So
Yeah,
somebody, 2 or 3
individualistic.
people are sweating, waiting for his input. 2 days before the deadline, he has it ready. But who wants to put up with that?
No,
So
no, yeah,
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 it's so Ajua saying she can't see Pastor P's comment. Oh, yeah, so many venom people in our midst. We need to shine our eyes at all times and always pray. Huh.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then she says, tell many of our people you're having a celebration from 8 to 1 a.m.
Hmm.
Most will show up at closing time or way past the time, then act shocked like they didn't know. Exactly. We listen. It's if we're people who are teachable, we're willing, we laugh about it and we joke about it, but it's holding us back
It
from
is
so many things. And then we turn around and make the statement that, oh, they didn't give me this job because
black.
oh,
I
I
know.
didn't get this because they don't know. Be responsible. Own
Yeah,
your stuff.
yeah.
Own your stuff. If you
It's
don't
true.
work hard, they'll know you as a lazy person. And the one thing that I hate is for anybody to have it on, oh, this, be known for something good than to be. I think the worst thing that you can ever be tarred with is, oh, that person, they don't pull their weight, they are not working hard.
I know.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. No. Mediocrity, right? We don't like,
I hate that.
because
It's
we feel like when we strive for excellence, oh no, as for us, we are just over here. Let's just stay here. Let's not go.
yeah.
That place is not for us. No,
No,
no.
no.
Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. At
Hey,
work,
what?
I always say that I could have slept in my bed. I woke up
Mhm,
and I'm coming to work with the mentality that I'm coming to work.
mhm,
And whatever work, like when people complain at work, I don't listen or contribute to it, because I always say that I came to
mhm,
work. Once whatever they're asking me to do will not
mhm,
harm me, I'll just do
mhm.
it and go home.
Yes,
You either do that or you quit.
yes. You are there to do a job. Get it done.
Get it done or
Yeah.
stop working.
Pastor P said when I had my mom's funeral, it was 6 to 11, and a lot of people came when we were leaving. Well, coming at 11. So were they coming to
Hey,
sleep there? Hmm. Hmm.
5 hours. Anyway,
No,
let me read the next one.
sure.
If yeah, meet that challenge head on. You won't know until you try. You have it in you to accomplish greatness. Make the changes needed to attain your goals. So right now we're talking about meeting it dead on, and I think that's when. Oh, hi, Aisha. That's when, especially, there's fear,
Hmm.
right? So, Antia, what do you think brings about this fear to achieve? And here we're thinking about even after you write it down or before you even write it down, because
Hmm.
sometimes fear would even prevent you
Stop
from,
you.
yeah,
Hmm.
writing down the goals to begin with, and
Yeah.
then it can also set in after we are done writing it in,
Hmm.
and breaking
Hmm.
it down and everything, and we're scared to take the first step, as you put
Yeah.
in the book. Yeah.
So sometimes it's a lack of confidence, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
depending on your environment, maybe nobody ever believed in you, or it just was something that was not talked about in your environment. You're just there,
Right.
you're existing. Why do you put pressure on yourself to go and do these things? So be
Hmm.
quiet, sit there. Our culture.
Yes.
Mwawana, be there quietly. Don't make waves. Why do you want to do that? Go and stick your neck out there. If you go and do it and you fail, people will laugh at you. And so
Yeah.
what? Like sometimes it's not always even about the results. So it's the trying. The journey is the
Yes.
beautiful thing that you go, oh, hey, I tried this, and
You went to.
you
Yep.
have something to talk about and share with people. But we seem so limited in our experiences. We don't, like like my children will say, you go to church and adults will mean, hello, how are you? And that's all. They won't talk with you to find out what what is behind, what makes you tick, who are you, like because in their minds, it's like, I'm an adult, you're a child. What do I have to say to you? But do you know what you
Yeah.
can learn from a child? That's just an
A
example.
lot.
So
Mm-hmm.
we're very limited, and then we're fearful. We're fearful. It's like, I remember I said, um my kids, like everything. Well, even right now, then the technology thing, they'll just teach you. Even forget them. They are in their 20s. You say in the scheme of the technically savvy people, they are old now. The little
Right.
ones, 4 years, 5 years,
5, yeah.
doing things. When I was growing up, one of my uncles, my dad's brother, who I have brother, went to Nigeria or something, came back, and his record player was in the living room, and all we would hear from my dad is, "Don't touch it." Didn't you grow up with, "Don't touch this, don't
Don't
touch
touch
it"?
it.
We are so
Oh
scared.
yeah. Don't touch it.
Something will break, and then, you know, even up to now, every day you are learning something new because of this. Don't touch it, don't do this, don't do that mentality. But here, kids are allowed to explore. Like, I mean, I'm
Explore.
not going to let my child explore and so he can cross the road by himself and go and cross the road and die. No, not those kind of chances. But you let the child explore. Like, these memories we have on our Facebook. Yesterday, I pulled one off and I saw my grandson. He's 9 now. I think he was 3 at the time. This was 5 years ago. And here he is, con, 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 beating the drum. Kick, kick, and I'm like, wow, look at that. So, I don't know if I haven't asked, but I'm saying, like, a child like that, you teach them, you
Would
push
be
them. That will be it.
a
They'll be,
skill that, yeah.
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 You think that these experience, or these people with these expertise, they just then 30 and they are doing it. Somebody nurtured it in them from the childhood. But as you
Exactly.
go and play soccer, you come home and you think the fufu is waiting for you. They'll beat you black and blue, you know like me, I like movies, right? I love movies because when my mom and dad were in Canada, they like movies, so we used to go to
Mm,
movies a lot. So when my mom is mentioning all these old, they are mentioning, oh, Gregory Peck, this person, the old, you know,
yeah.
Grace Kelly, you know them, and then you have my husband here. Oh, when I used to go and play soccer or go and watch a movie and come home, then your dad will beat you.
Beat you.
So it becomes whatever, they don't like it because of that experience. But I mean,
Mm,
that's what I grew up on. So
yeah.
I like movies, and well, now not in COVID, but I'll go.
Oh
I used to
yeah.
go to
I used
movies
to
a
go
lot.
alone. Me too.
Yeah, So it's like, I don't know. We're too fearful. It has to change. It has to change. Like, we have to also let people be themselves. Like, we see a little girl and she's very, oh, you are too loud for a girl. Shh, this, that, oh, this. Then you are, maybe the person is supposed to be a public speaker or a journalist or somebody. Let them find their voice. Let them speak. You know. But
Right.
no. Yeah, let me read some comments there. Kept
Okay.
very fast. Adjoa says, I dislike those who make comments. Why are you making a big deal with time like Brony?
Hmm.
Then I take my to ask them, oh, why do you go to work on time for a brothel, but always late to your own kind workplace or event? Many consider my question to be sarcastic, but I'm asking a rational question respectfully. Adjoa,
Yeah.
it is true.
It's
It's
true.
very true. Yes, because we show up late. You go to church at one of the churches that I was in. Church is supposed to start at 10:30, and then they'll tell you 22 or 10 to 11. Oh, let's wait till more people come. There's no value placed on the
Yeah.
time of those
What
who
about
took
me?
the time to
Yeah.
be early. A message says time is important. Time and tide wait for no man. Life goes on. Exactly. Pastor P. Adra is happy she's able to see your comments now. And Adra says, wow, that's so bad and a shame because it defeats the purpose of paying respect to the dead, Pastor P.
Pastor
Yes.
Peace. Yeah.
Oh, it's true, Adra.
And the time ranges, it was 5 hours. It wasn't like 2 hours.
Mhm.
5 good hours and you come at 11.
Yes. It's very disrespectful. Yeah,
Very, very
very
disrespectful. We
disrespectful.
don't
Yeah.
we don't care. Well, we don't have any respect for anything.
We're not willing
Anyway,
to change in that way, right? Mhm.
yeah, yeah. And I was also thinking that like regret is also one of the things that when we do something, like you're saying, the journey is what matters,
Mhm.
because you learn so much from the journey, from whatever you did and it didn't work out or you
Mhm.
did wrong. But
Mhm.
if we stay in our regrets,
Mhm.
and we wallow in it, it means you're not
Mhm.
going to move forward.
Mhm.
So we should leave all regrets behind. If you've done something before and it didn't work out, you can try again, maybe some other way. Like,
Yes.
keep trying and don't give up, because Rome wasn't built in a day, they say.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
You know something? There's a big factor in our culture or community that holds us back. It's a very big one to me. As I'm thinking about it, is the shame factor.
mm,
We are
yes,
people who love to
true,
shame people a lot.
true.
Anything, they'll just shame you. So even if you go and do, say you have money, "Oh, I'm going to do this business," and then the naysayers are saying, "Oh, you can't do that. How can you do that?" And you think, "Oh, I've done my research. I have all my research. So I'm going to do it."
Try.
And then you go and try it. That is life. Like I say, all these people, big businessmen, whoever, inventors, you think they just got it at the first try.
Yeah.
So then you go and then something goes wrong. And then because that shame thing is also embedded in your
Yeah,
mind, you
that's true.
yourself, you are helping people to shame you more. And then the naysayers will come, aha, we told you,
We
didn't
told
we?
you.
And this and that. And so you are even afraid to go in public or carry on with life. Something happened, regroup and start again.
Yes.
Maybe focus on the lessons that you learned from that failure. You know,
Yeah,
they say success is made out of many failures. If you are not
exactly.
failing, then something is wrong. Yeah.
That,
You
yep.
know, it's not to say just sit there and be failing, but I mean, when you are trying hard and you encounter some failures, learn from it, build on it, right? But
Yeah,
no, as
right.
for us, everything has to be, perfect. No, life is not like that. Oh.
It's true that
Aisha said,
Yehovah,
your whole auntie, yeah, you hit the nail right on the head. Yeah, the shaming thing is
the
too much.
shaming. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
they'll
yeah,
shame you. Like, oh, but you cry this. Oh, but you cry that. They never have anything positive to say. Is what will bring you down, will make you feel bad inside you, is what they'll say. And if you don't know who you are and you keep accepting it, before you know it, your life is over and you are the walking dead. You are walking around, you are so afraid to try anything new because of people's opinions. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Oh.
very true what you say about the
Mm,
shaming thing, because it makes
yeah,
it difficult to move
right.
move forward
Mhm.
after whatever you did failed. Because yeah,
Yeah, there was
why are
something
we
that
like
I
that?
saw.
What
I
is
don't
that?
know. There was something that I saw. There's this man, I don't remember the names, but I think there's an issue going on with some older man. Is it an older man even? I don't remember the names. Like I said, I just saw it, a clip of it. And maybe he was asking for help. And then in the article, another man comes to stand there and tell him that he's, to summarize it, almost like you are useless and you didn't live a good life and this and that. And somebody wrote that, don't be quick to judge because it could happen to you. Why is it that when people are down, then we want to knock
Oh,
their teeth in and crush their spirit? You know, like what did you get out of making somebody feel that way?
yeah,
So I don't really get it. Yeah, they condemn this person. So okay, they made a mistake. Lots of people have made mistakes, but what can you learn from it, right?
right.
Like me, to be honest with you, like when I say that, oh, there's things that I didn't think of, I ignored 30s, 40s, 50s, and all of a sudden, oh, hey, let me be doing this, right? Do you think
Yeah,
I'm sitting here feeling shame, that worrying that,
you.
oh, why didn't I do it when I was this? Do you know what? The beauty of it is that I can talk now and somebody can learn and say, oh, let me do this
Yes,
before I get there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
why should I sit here and feel shame? Yet somebody will come and say, this is the culture talking. Oh, na mami penimu we so no so on winning what and all. I'm
Hey,
enjoying
yeah, but
myself.
it's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
this is
They
how we
forget
think.
that the most important thing is that you're doing it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's not about me. It's about some young girl will hear it and say, oh, hey,
I
not
can
even
start
young girl.
now. Yeah,
Somebody in 50s crowd will say, oh, wow, okay, hey, I have this thing that I've been planning to do. Let me go and start. You
it's
know?
never too late. Yeah, that's
No,
true.
never, never, never.
Never
No.
too late.
I,
Yeah,
I'm putting it out there, but to be honest, I've never sat and said, oh, I wish this, this, this. There's always a right time for whatever is happening. There's a reason that it
For
happens. We don't know, right? Yeah.
well, the reason could be that so you could teach others too,
Who
as you
knows, right?
said. So
Yeah. But
things
our
happen for a
society,
reason.
oh, you are 30. Oh, I'm 40. What about like one time
I
somebody saw me at work or somewhere, somebody I know in our community, and then she goes, "Oh, hey, sister, yeah, bola." Like, so I thought, okay, what does she mean? Then I thought, oh, she thinks that I'm too old to mebo life. And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? So because you're a particular age, you should go around looking frumpy?
yeah, with the
No, no,
scarf
no, no, no,
turned
no, 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 no.
certain way.
No, 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 no. You can't live life fitting people's molds. You have to make your own, right?
Be yourself and live
Yes,
life as
yes,
you. Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
No, no, no. Mm-mm.
yeah. And that all comes from knowing yourself, knowing who
Mm-hmm.
you are.
Yeah.
So we keep saying on this platform that the self-assessment is very important.
Oh,
It's very, very
oh.
important. You need to ask yourself some hard questions, and you
Mm-hmm.
have to be truthful to yourself, because you'll
Mm-hmm.
be kidding yourself if you lie to yourself. You ask yourself the question and you lie to yourself, there's no point then.
Mm. Yeah, it's
So,
serious. So it's serious. We all every
mm,
constantly you have to be self-reflect. If I tell you the week that I had this week, you say, "Hey,
hmm,
yeah." Sometimes things will hit you, and you go, "Wow, this, and this." But that is
next
life.
life.
Life
Yeah,
is not always,
yeah,
like sometimes you go, oh, you have to pause,
yeah,
reflect, and go, okay,
yeah,
what's going on, right?
yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're so busy pretending because we're not taught to own our feelings. You can't express it. You have to, Nenyashi. Like we are
Everything
very
has to be
harsh.
okay
We're very
all the
harsh. Oh,
time. Yeah.
is this what you are crying about, this little thing? Meanwhile, the person is suffering.
You know that even in the Christian community, it's even worse, because if
Mm.
something is happening to you, then you must be for the devil, or you must have sinned in some way.
Yes,
We're quick to judge people,
yes,
like when things happen, not
yes,
I mean, forgetting that God uses instances or whatever is happening in your life
yes.
to do something for his glory. But we think that everything has to be, as you say, hanky dory.
Yes, Peachy King. Look, yeah, you've just reminded me this afternoon. I think I was doing something else, so I couldn't go watch it. Like I get notifications for Gifty Aunties, the standpoint, right? And it was talking about women's mental health and the church. And I looked and go, whoa, this is something I have to listen to just to hear.
Mm,
I'll go and find it, because we don't think about these things. And I'm
yeah.
okay now. I've mentioned why didn't they say men's, but I guess all the pressure falls on women. So who
Yeah.
knows, right? But this is one of the topics we don't like to talk about. We are a cover-up society. Katasumu
Yeah.
must be so
Yeah.
much. Let me read
Yeah.
Adra's comment and then we'll take a quick break. He says, I
Yes.
feel a lot of people within our society, communities behave certain ways because they generally do not want the best for their own kind because of their selfish interests,
Hmm.
jealousy, enviousness, lack of compassion, sabotaging, pull down syndrome, unnecessary competition, compassion. If it's not be succeeding, then I cannot do it for another odd attitude. Always being negative even when good things are happening for a friend, family members. Yes, these are the behaviors that stop us from even venturing out.
Hmm.
Oh, they will say this, so we are sitting there. We are
Mm.
so a lot of us are like that. That's how, oh, they'll say this, oh, this is what they'll think. Are they breathing for you? Is what I'm asking again. Do these people breathe for you? Even if it's your mother or your father, Sebi, respectfully, do they breathe for you?
No.
You are an adult, you have to make your decisions. Yes. Yes. Message says one is as old as he or she feels. There's chronological age, there's a feel good age. Feel good age.
Yes.
Thank you, Message. That's a wow. Oh my goodness. Like, if you allow it, people will put you into your whatever before you are ready.
Yeah.
We are so good at crucifying people and if you are this way, your life is over. If you are this way, you are the no, 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 no. Keep living, living
Mm-hmm.
well too. You are not here for anybody. God put you here alone. So
You
do
came
what you have to
alone.
do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's
Go.
6:01.
Okay.
Let's see, where are we? So we're back on the book again. The Beauty of a Woman's Heart on Amazon, Canada, US, France, Spain, Germany, Italy, and Innovi Books. As well, we have our book launch coming on, Epic Book Launch Party. So
Yeah.
it is, what time is it again? 11 a.m. Edmonton
Mountain.
time, 1 p.m. Eastern
Eastern.
time, 5 p.m. GMT, which is Ghana time, and 6 p.m. British time. And it's on Zoom, and the link is 994-831-4170. Write it somewhere and come on and enjoy this program. Get your book, get your book, get your book, and then come and put your questions to us, and we will answer them. Thank you. Okay, so at this time, I think we'll do a short. Yeah, I'll let you do this and then we can
Okay.
carry.
Okay. So check me out at Yaa'S Hints on all social media platforms for your 100% natural health and beauty products. I'm not
Cool.
going to talk too much today.
Yes, cool stuff. Okay, so let's carry on. Oops, hang on. I didn't take it off. All right. Where's the banner? Where's the topic? Okay, yeah, carry on.
Okay. Okay. So I'll finish
Let me go.
this.
And then,
So is it procrastination? Deal with it. Fear? What are you going to do about it? Lack of direction? You get to determine all this because all change starts with you. Sit up and get going. Take that step today. Awesome. As always, Auntie Yaa'S always gets us thinking about stuff. The
hmm,
procrastination thing I'm guilty of sometimes.
yeah, same here. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like,
Um,
carry
yeah.
on.
Okay. And I don't know, sometimes I don't know what it is.
I
It's
know.
not fear. I don't know. Sometimes it's just thinking that I'll get it done, I'll get it done. That's
Hmm.
why I started using the planner. So I brought it that I always have with me. Like I started
Hmm.
using my planner
Writing.
so that
Hmm.
yeah, I write like for the day I open up and then
Hmm.
whatever task that I have to
Hmm.
do, I write it down because if I don't do it,
You'll forget.
I
Put
forget.
it off.
So I check it off as and when I do it
Hmm.
because before then I wasn't really using that. Although I'd write down my goals and
Hmm.
everything and the short to do lists.
Hmm.
Sometimes they are broad, they are not daily, so it makes it hard to manage sometimes. But if every day you're going back and maybe taking some, depending on what day you're going to have, because sometimes you have like five things there and you
Hmm.
know that that day you don't have time for that.
Hmm.
So you know what day you're going to have most of the time because there
Mhm,
are other things that you do.
mhm,
You're a mother, you're a wife, you're whatever, you're a worker
mhm,
somewhere. So
mhm,
you know your time. So
mhm.
as we said in the beginning, you have to be realistic so that
Yes.
you can achieve it. And
Mhm,
it's good to do the daily one as well to
mhm,
help with this procrastination thing.
mhm.
It's helped me with the procrastination because when I see that it's not checked off, sometimes I like I don't like it.
Check it off. Mhm,
I have to check it off. So yeah, the less that is there, if I
mhm,
have extra time, it's better to have less there for me because when I
mhm.
don't check it off, I'm antsy.
Yeah.
Although we're saying that you have to let go of control.
But like be flexible. This is flexible control.
Yes,
Like it's,
yes,
don't let it cause you stress, but just have it in your mind that this is something that I have to do or I have to
yes,
accomplish this. So, let me get
yes,
it off my
yeah,
chest and
yeah,
be able to
yeah.
give it a tick, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know myself. I
Hmm.
won't like it will bug me. So I
So
put
it's done.
less there. Yeah.
Hmm.
So how I get over that is I put less there. If I have to do 5 things, I put 3 things there. If I get it
Hmm.
done, I add one more. I do it so
Okay.
that it's not. Yeah.
Hmm. Like you are
Yeah.
saying that it bugs. I used to be like that. Like I'll write out the list, but then I find out that some days I don't get it all done. So then it bugs you that, oh, it's not done. So now it's like what I do is okay, I have this in mind to do. Like maybe it's on a small list somewhere. And
Mm-hmm.
so I feel better rather when I've done what I need to do for the day, then I go, oh, let
Mm-hmm.
me write it down. So I'm happy to see that, oh, today I did this, today I did that. Maybe it's 3 things, but I did
Right.
something rather than see
Right.
an empty block for that day that, oh, you didn't do anything, right?
Anything
Yeah.
at all. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this, I'm going to use this going through the book revision, like how easy it is to just forget ourselves and
Mm-hmm.
give up. All this
Mm-hmm.
stuff we are talking about, it involves discipline. It
Yes.
involves discipline. There are a lot of people who undertake, they start something and they can't finish because they don't have discipline. So I'm sitting my somewhere, like I know this time around the book people they did the book cover first. So we've sorted the
Mm-hmm.
book cover out. Then last week, I don't know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm there no chum. I see the email, I'm like, oh my gosh. Because when you see that email, everything else has to stop and you have to be working on that. And how
Right.
can you work on it? You can only do it after work. So I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, I'm sitting there and I say, if I don't start, can you imagine? Oh, I'll do it, I'll do it. Then we are sitting there 1 week, 2 weeks come and pass.
Oh
It
no.
happens to people
It's
are like, oh,
easy
they
for
are too
time to
afraid.
pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they may not even send it back and it's not going to be done. But the first day I sat down, I go, okay, I need to work hard at this. So the first day I sat down and I was able to go through, I don't remember if it was 40 pages or whatever. It's 118 pages. But
Oh.
yeah, so little by little, there are some days I'm so tired, so I only just did one day I think I did page 74 to 79 or whatever. I said, I'm tired.
Robert.
But I think right now I'm in 90 something. So
Oh,
I
cool.
have about maybe
20
20 something
or
left.
less. Yeah.
And I'm saying, okay, let's say by Tuesday, Wednesday. So at least it's taking you a week. And this is not the last one. They will bring it back. They'll bring
Again.
it back again. So I'm saying like how did how did Mr. Chamatin put this? How do you eat an elephant? Take it small, you know, little,
Bit
little
by bit. Yeah.
yeah. So if you don't have that discipline that, oh, let me do this, you won't do it. Or it's
Right.
like this course that I said I bought. So and they make it so the guy makes it so easy, right? Like you take one module and you
Mm-hmm.
listen. This time around, even I'm saying, don't just listen, write down points. So I'm writing down
Mm-hmm.
points. So I haven't looked at it in about 2 or 3 days, but I know that I will. Like if you are working on something and it's even hanging, don't forget about it. Mark it, tell yourself, I'll pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Discipline, then perseverance. If you don't have that spirit of pushing to finish things, you'll never do anything.
Yeah.
It's look, a
Yeah.
lot of
It's
people,
true.
then they, oh man, I can't do it. Then they leave it there. Oh, that's for you people, that's for you. Anybody can.
Can
You have
do.
to just set your mind to it. Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
anyway. We can talk till we are blue in the face, but it is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
Mhm.
Um, I I also read not about the procrastination, but fear came up here
Mhm.
again. It says, "Fear, what are you going to do about it?"
Mhm.
And it said that one thing that was interesting, I've never seen it. It said that a fear and gratitude are on the opposite ends of the continuum of a human experience. So you can have gratitude and fear at the same time. So
Wow.
yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, it sounds good to me.
Amaju,
It
it is.
is what it
Yeah,
is.
it is what it is. You either do it or you don't.
Yeah, that's true.
If you don't, you get to live with it. If you do, you get to live with it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
opposite
true.
sides of the spectrum too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
So we should learn to have or live a life of gratitude.
yes, I was in a gratitude conference yesterday with my classmate.
Oh,
Yes. Oh yes, it was just yeah.
yeah.
I'm looking and listening. I have the book. I never finished reading it, right? But just it was unbelievable. Like I take it
Mm,
for granted, but I'm saying you need to be conscious about it because you
yes,
can sit there every time, oh, I'm miserable, oh, I'm having this problem, oh, I'm having that, but change the outlook.
yes.
Change the
There's
outlook.
always
Yeah.
something to be
Yes.
grateful for. Yeah.
And the one thing that I have to say is that nobody on this earth owes you anything. That is what I know. Nobody owes me anything. So if I'm busy fighting because nobody owes me anything, don't think I owe you something. Then you want to, I owe you something. For me, I should come and do it for you, but you won't do it for me. No, 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 no. It doesn't work. So, you know.
Yeah.
One other thing too that, like I was looking at stuff on the internet that I got is that, instead of seeing change as a threat, when you see change as a threat, something to be afraid of, it leads to distress.
Mm,
But you need to see change or experience it as a challenge because the challenge is going to bring you opportunities. But
mm.
how do we look at change?
Threats every
Yes.
time. Yeah.
Yes, yes. It's human nature, but
Yeah.
I think that our psyche too is more negative than other, human natures, if I may say
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Because for us, I think we resist even before we get to know whatever change it is.
Yes. Oh, it can't be done. Boom.
Yes.
This doesn't work.
I
This
hate
doesn't work.
that.
Let it go.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're just there to be naysayers. That's all. Like nothing positive, just the naysayers, right?
Yeah. Okay, let's look at the lack of direction too.
Mm.
Procrastination. Yeah.
Well,
How do we handle the
well,
lack of direction?
okay. It's you have to ask yourself, where do you want to go in life? Are you okay? The self-assessment that you said, like being
Mm-hmm.
honest, are
Yeah.
you okay?
Yeah.
It's where I'm at right now, at this level that I'm at. Am I okay? Am I happy? Is everything okay? Check in with yourself.
Yeah.
But how many of us like to check in with ourselves?
No.
You know, do you know that there
We
are
don't
people
do
who are
that.
even afraid to stand? There are women who are afraid to stand in front of the mirror and look at themselves.
Yeah, I read that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like we because there's layers to us, and we don't even want to peel it off. They are used to jumping around, friends telling them what to do, all this, that.
Mm,
Maybe they are sitting there and go, I don't want to be doing this all the time, but I'm afraid if I resist, they will be mad at me and they all talk about me and I don't have any friends. And we are
yeah.
sitting there jumping to doing people's biddings. Meanwhile, we are not happy. You go out, like friends are controlling you. You come home, husband is controlling you. Kids are demanding this, that. Who are you? Where are you in the scheme of things?
Sad.
Lack
Yeah.
of direction. You are jumping to everybody's bidding except your own. What do you
Mm,
want? Yeah, you have to ask yourself, what do you want? But
right.
we don't ask ourselves. We are not taught that. I keep
Yeah.
saying that, but it's everything. You have to go back to the root. There's things that we didn't know, but we have to learn, or we've had to learn. Those of us who have, right, and some are
Right.
still not learning it. They are just there. right?
Right.
So you change some of these dynamics. You have to just change it. So lack of direction, like, oh, we've said this on this platform all the time. Oh, my husband, oh, my children running to and fro. Then the children are like Nana and Ajua now. What are you going to do with yourself?
Yeah.
And you go, hey, like, are your children, like, they are breathing on their own too. You are their mother, but they are breathing on their
Exactly.
own.
Exactly.
So you two breathe on your own. Like, what do you like? What do you want to do? Are you look? There's people who are definitely so happy with where they are at. That's fine. We're not talking to you. But
Yeah.
if you know there's some dissatisfaction in your soul that
Exactly.
something is going on, you need to check. But do we like checking? Like I said, we are not given to self reflection. We are not given to introspection. And we don't do all these analysis. Who wants to do them? It's hard work. Oh, let me go come fufu bindi. Then we put it like that and then we go. But
Yeah.
meanwhile, the time is passing by. Today is September 19th. Didn't we just start September?
I September, and I think July also flew really fast. So yeah, that's
So
true.
it's like I keep saying, if there's something you are supposed to do today, this week, and you don't do it, before you know it will be Christmas time, and you'll
End
be
of
saying,
year.
"Oh,
Yeah.
yes, what
Yeah.
happened?"
Yeah.
When I first came here, a cousin of mine who was here already used to say, in this society, if there's something you're supposed to do it in the spring and you let whatever comes, it's too late. I used to look at him and go, what's he talking about? This and that. But it's true. It's a seasons of life. There's a time to do things. And
It's
if you
true.
don't do it at that time, that moment is gone, it's lost.
You
The
have to wait
window
till
of
next spring.
opportunity is very small. It can close, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but yeah. So lack of direction again, maybe you weren't taught to have a purpose. It's
Mm.
like, oh, we are from a poor background. As for us, we're trying to survive. So nobody had time to teach me that I'm good enough. I can do this. I can go that way, or I can go this way. I don't know what my options are until I'm just drifting along, right?
Yeah. Drifting
Uh-huh.
through life. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, drifters, not the there,
Hey.
there are a lot just drifting. So
and
mhm,
and you just, if you're not careful, you would not even realize you are
yes,
drifting
yes,
till, like, I don't know when, maybe never,
yeah.
if you're not careful. Yeah.
One area that I'm drifting that I don't like.
Where?
I used to be able to read books. Now I read a few pages and then I'm like stuck. And then I'm so busy, like I can't find time to go and read the book. That's my
Oh,
thing. I'm like, oh, I need to
well, you're
read more.
busy with other things.
I know, but I love reading. I still want to read. They say the knowledge is in the books. And when you read, look, there's this really good book by Abba Keto Anda, Reflections for a Hope Monger. And I'm
Mm,
reading it is so good, but I'm stuck at some particular page and I go, I better pick it up. I better pick it up. Like, oh, I told you something from that book about a pause in time, right? When you have to pause.
yeah. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
book I got it from. I'm like, I better hurry up and continue, but I'll work on it. Check in with me in December. So I'm still not reading. It's like my schoolmate that I was in her thing yesterday. I read her book. She did a good job. All the people who had an impact on her in her life, she's written things about them. And I was really okay, reading, reading,
Wow.
reading. Yeah. And I never went through the book. And I'm like, yesterday, yeah, she did a gratitude conference. That was so awesome. Yeah. I have it on my
Wow.
wall, even like I shared it to my wall. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, maybe the hope monger one, you can do the 5 minute thing.
Or read for 5 minutes, right?
Yes.
Oh, Pastor P, let me finish this.
Okay.
I'm coming in. The negativities is a lot more within our society communities because it does not work. Some people procrastinate with no effort because they're looking for others to save them. Yeah, they are too afraid. Yes.
Mm,
And then Pastor P says, yes, she's going to get her bus book. It's really good.
mm.
Really like nicely,
Is
like,
it like on Amazon?
yes, it should be there. Yeah, it's on
Okay.
Amazon.
Questions for
Okay.
the hope monger. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the growth mindset too, it says you have to develop it, right? Like reframe your mind from I can't do it, I can't, like
Yes.
like change it. See change as a challenge, not as a threat.
Yeah.
And maybe to like people who are modeling that mindset, you associate with them. This way,
Mm-hmm.
it gets to a point you have to throw away the get out of the what is it? What is that expression again? The eagles get out of the barnyard. Stop flapping around with the chickens in the
Can
barnyard. Yeah. Fine. It gets to a time that you can't afford to be walking around with people who don't want to go anywhere.
right.
Like I said
Right.
about the woman who's stuck in the friends. Oh, if I leave them, they'll talk about me and I don't have any friends. And yet you are not happy and you are sitting there.
Hmm.
Look, there are certain times in life that you have to know that no matter what you do, get used to your own company. Love to enjoy your own
Yes.
company
Enjoy
because
it.
people can't save you. Look, it's okay to have a few close people, 3, 4, than to have a crowd of thousands and they don't even make any difference in your life.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. She's
This is just
she's
like
she's
one
really
hour.
good. She's a
Not
nice
done
lady.
anyway. So.
Yeah. True. And then he says too that the fear that he says celebrate baby steps, right?
Celebrate.
Little things,
Yes.
yeah. Don't be so hard on yourself. I
Yeah.
left. Oh, okay. I left. Like, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, take a step and go. Be happy with it, and it will
Right.
push you to do more. There are people that when they fail, then their self-esteem is gone. Oh, I failed, and that's it, right? But you can't
Right.
do that. And also it says, look for ways to lead by example, even when you are not confident. Like,
No.
yeah, this like so when I read that, it made me think of something. So somebody might say, and it's just an example that I'm giving. Boy, I don't even care if somebody thinks that or not. It's a statement. Like we're sitting here, somebody might say, oh, but these people, what do they know? Are they
Oh
experts? Are
yeah,
they
for
whatever,
sure.
right?
We'll have someone.
Yeah. If I was to wait to be an expert, I'll never talk.
It's true.
If you ask people, one of my classmates, she said, hey, when she watched my book launch with Maggie Ma, she goes,
Imagine. Yeah.
when did you become so engaged? And I said, that was 40 years ago. Then she goes, well, that's what we saw at the time. Like they said, and I'm like, oh, it was a funny comment, but I'm saying that
Right.
it was an interesting comment, I mean, but I'm saying that you can't you can't let people stop you. So I have to wait and go and become something or become a journalist or get some whatever before I can come and speak. I'm sharing my experiences. So you
That's
don't
true.
allow anything to stop you. So you are leading by example. Before, right, when we started, what did we know? We'll come and we talk a little this, that. But now we've become comfortable and,
Hmm.
hopefully somebody has learned something from us. Any platform,
Yeah.
depending what is going on there, you can learn something.
Yes.
Yeah, but these are
Exactly.
not platforms that people like to come to because, like I say, the negative mindset. If you are insulting somebody right now, you get 5,000 views before an
Yeah.
hour. The hour is out.
Yeah.
Mhm. So those are some of the things that I found. Yeah.
Okay. Um, is there anything else? Because I want to go over the reflections so that
Sure, do that.
yeah. So these are some reflections that Auntie Yaa'S wants us to do or reflect on. So the first one is, did you set any goals for 2021? And the second one is, will you review your goals periodically? So
It
if
should
you
be have
set it,
you. It's
oh,
nine
okay.
months now, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Have you now? Yeah, because this was the beginning of the year when she wrote the
Mhm,
book. Yeah, so have you reviewed it? And also for 2022, if you set your goals, you have to review it
mhm,
periodically because you know how forgetful we can be. And
mhm.
actually, yeah, you have to review it also to know what you can adjust to make better, or what
Yes.
maybe
Yeah.
you want to eliminate something. You never know because we
Mhm,
are changing. Like
mhm.
we're we're what, agents of change. I mean, we are
Mhm.
not static, and
Yeah.
we're changing every day. And it's the third one is, it is important to ensure that you're on track. Okay, so reviewing it also helps
Mhm.
us to know that we are on track in achieving whatever goals that we've set, and then readjust if you're not meeting your targets. Maybe they are too vague, maybe they're too
Mhm.
huge, so you break it down.
Mhm.
So whatever needs to be done, you readjust it. It doesn't have to be a static goal
Mhm.
setting. So,
Yeah.
and the last one is all the best to us. So
Yeah.
for
Yeah. I
yeah.
wanted to say about it's important to ensure that you're on track. So
Hmm.
you've written the goals, right?
Right.
Um, how do you ensure that you're on track? It's not, we're not saying write the goals and then, oh, I've written my goals, it's sitting there. Oh. So time is passing. So of course you are taking it in small chunks and working on it. So
Yeah.
if you are really serious with it, you'll be looking at it regularly, because say in a month period, you might have some things that you are doing that month, even weekly, right?
Right.
So you pick one. It's not, we're not saying that don't make it too rigid,
Yeah.
but you're trying to get somewhere. Enjoy the process, enjoy the journey.
Hmm.
So be serious, take look at it and say, oh well, I can't do this now. This is what I can do now. And if you are keeping track and writing things down, you find that you are making progress. You will enjoy the journey. But if you are not willing to learn, then that's a whole different other dynamic.
Yeah.
Pastor P said everything about me changed after our coaching section today. I shifted, even though I was the one teaching. Yes,
Oh
indeed.
wow.
Yes, it was so true. Yeah, you are right, Pastor P. It's it's been
I
the week.
think I have to put it on my calendar. I always mean to come on and
Okay,
listen,
okay.
but yeah, because you mentioned it every Sunday, and then in my
Yeah.
mind I say I need to go listen,
Hmm.
and then Sunday comes by and already the alert for beauty of a woman's heart goes off. But yeah.
Talk to Pastor P.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yes.
Well, um, if you're adding something, you can add, but if not, we can summarize and
Yeah. No. I think that we've said a lot. So change, right? Pursue it, embrace it.
right.
For me, one thing that and I've relaxed, but winter is coming again, so I have to pick it up. At the beginning of the year, when we're talking about goals, I think even health, exercise, keeping healthy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I have this QB that I talked about that I got for my son and his wife, and I surprised myself. So I took it seriously 3 times a week. I would be doing it. But
Right.
of course, it's nice out. It's been nice out, so you go and walk. But
Mm-hmm.
winter, yes, Pastor P says, join us. It's amazing. Winter
I
has been,
will.
winter is coming. So you have to get into that groove again.
Mm,
It's
yeah.
whatever your interest is. But I mean, look at all aspects of your life. The first thing that you have to do if you've never done this before is sit down and write down all the different aspects of your life.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, where am I at?
Right.
That's a good starting point. What would I like to see be better in my life in those
Yeah.
areas? And then you write it out. You can be writing out any number of things, but at the end of the day, you have to summarize it. Under health, this is what I want to do. These
Mm-hmm.
are my, every spiritual, financial, personal, whatever. You write it out and then write realistic goals. Like,
Right.
you know yourself best. Nobody,
Mm-hmm.
I can't come and do it for you. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do Ya's for her, and she can't do
Yeah.
mine for me. But
Yeah.
you know yourself best. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is that this is not something we should look at as, ooh, some grandiose, some big thing. No, it's part of your purpose here on earth. You need to know where you are going. If you
Yeah.
don't have a plan for your life, that's where the lack of direction kicks in.
Yes.
Frustration. There are people who are walking around, they are not happy in their souls because they don't know what they are supposed to be doing. But
Mm-hmm.
they don't know. I'm going to put it in a funny way. They don't know that they don't know
They
what they are.
don't know.
Yeah. So, so they're just wandering around in this maze
Yeah, and
full of
there's a
darkness.
hole in there
Yes.
that yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you have to come to that place that you take yourself this is one of the ways that you can honor yourself as a human being. Stand for something.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to do any goals and you say, I want to encourage people, find a way. Hey, Pastor P.
Go.
Thank
I'm
you.
dying.
Oh my. That's so funny. Thank you. Over any day. Yeah. So, like, just give it a try. Yeah.
Right,
And
right.
there's always good people around, positive. Like I was saying from the article that I looked at, find people who are, models of change. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
see them doing it, ask them questions, or, try
Yeah,
to get some help from them, and they'll point you in the right direction.
yeah,
You have to realize that people who are very positive minded, focused and trying to go somewhere, they don't have time to play these games of keeping people down and I know
yeah,
this and I won't share
yeah,
this kind of stuff. Don't be
yeah.
that kind of a person. No, they'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you what it is freely. It's the small minded people who do those things. Think
Mm-hmm.
about it. Yeah.
It's true, very
Yeah.
true.
So yeah, I'll
Mm.
put it there.
Yeah. Well, you've summarized it all. And so, what I'll add is that you have to overcome your fear because doing a new thing or change always is scary. Change is
Hmm.
scary, but as Auntie Yaa'S said, it depends on how you look at it.
Hmm.
If you look at it as a threat, then you're fighting against it, then you're resisting it.
Hmm.
But if you look at it as what did you say?
A challenge,
A
like a
challenge,
challenge, then it means that
then
it's going to bring you opportunities. Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. So yeah, that's my takeaway from this
Yes.
Sunday, to look at change, always look at change as a challenge, and then you can tackle it head on. Because if it's
Yes.
a challenge, then you are looking for ways to overcome them
Hmm.
or overcome it. But if it's a threat, then you're fighting against it. So
Yeah.
thank you,
Resist.
Auntie Yaa'S, for writing this chapter. It looks small, but it has so
Full of
much in it.
nuggets.
Yeah,
Oh, thank
yeah,
you. You're
yeah,
welcome.
yeah.
So yes, it's been a delightful and fruitful evening, I'm sure. Oh, I hope. We thank you for coming to hear us.
Yeah.
So, Pastor Patience, Ajuodo, Mamle, Aisha, Amajo, who else am I missing? Yeah, I think those are the ladies. And anybody else,
Message.
Miss Sage, yes,
Yes,
anybody
you
else
can write it.
who um,
Watch
came
us after.
on, yes, watches after, or maybe is on but hasn't made a comment, so we don't
Oh
know
yeah.
you're here. We appreciate you being on. We thank you for your time. Again, I'll try to be on Thursday. I think these days I've been relaxing. I get so tired. So I'll be on Thursday because it will be the last event before the what do you call it? Before the book launch on
Oh, the
Saturday.
launch. Yeah.
Yes, so we'll come and have a chat. So yes, thank you so much. We appreciate you patronizing our programs, and we'll be back next week. Have a good week. Thank
Bye.
you. Love you all. Bye bye.
Love you. Bye bye.